In this video, I'm going to show you about the plugin Emmet, which used to be called Zen Coding. And this is, in my view, a fantastic plugin. It helps you code no end and it saves you loads and loads of time. So if you go to emmet.io website, or it has a watch demo on that, and if you go to download, and this is the editors that you can install it on. And I must say that there's a few more that Zen Coding and what used to be called Zen Coding. Emmet is on other editors as well. This is not a total comprehensive, but these are the main ones. On here it's got Komodo edit. As good as it is, it certainly doesn't install on the Komodo edit that I have, which is 9. And I know other people find that very difficult, so that one there, it doesn't. The others I think will probably be quite easy, and I know brackets it goes on very easy, but I'm going to use Atom. You can use whatever you want. So here we go, and that's on my machine, and here it's in packages, and it's there. So anyway, with this plugin, you really do need to know a little about HTML and CSS. You don't have to be a genius, but some knowledge is required so you know the syntax. Anyway, we have here an HTML document. And what we're going to do is we're just I'm going to show you a few things of what it can do. So when you have the HTML5 document thing, you just have to do the exclamation mark and tab on, well, this is on Atom, sometimes it's Control A, but that's what it does. So there you go. It just, all you're doing is tapping. You just tap that, and that's part of Emmet. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a few things, and this is just a demonstration of what it can do. If you have something like H1, we're going to just put in H1, and with these curly brackets, we're just going to put about us, because this, if you pretend this is a web page about us, and then you want a few divs, say 5 divs, div class div, and we're going to times this with the wildcard, or what I call the wildcard times sign, and we're going to just put that in 5. Oops, I'm not going to put it in 5 because that's my zoom button, so we'll say 6. So we'll put that on 6. You can also, for example, if you wanted a nav bar, you could put UL and this other sign, which is the greater sign, say for programming languages, but it's like the child here. So UL and LI, which is list. And we do that again, maybe if you wanted a menu for, say, 7 things, we'll do that. So I'll just give that a little demonstration of what that can do. So there you go. So you have your H1 about us, and you've got your div tags there because you want them. You have the UL and your list. So for example, if you wanted to put in about and services, etc., etc. Anyway, that's just a little demonstration of what this thing can do. If you wanted, for example, if you wanted a plus div, you can also use this sign, which would be div as well, and you can also use the class sign, which is dot, and it does that. But for example, if you just wanted to do that and times it by, say, anything you wanted, you can get by just one line of code, say 90. There, you can do all that with just one line of code, and you have all that. You can do thousands and thousands, really, but just with one line of code, you can do absolute amazing things. I cannot show you it all, but this is just basic of what this thing can do. And if you're interested in this, I'm always happy to answer questions and that. But things like if you wanted, say, div, and you wanted for something to be inside, for example, UL and list like that, and we say that by 6 times. Just tab that, see, There's your div. There's your closing tag there. And we just do that. And this is like something that I'm very impressed with. Also things like image, you can do images, and you can actually, if with the say array brackets, if you know your programming language is array, and you could put in, say for example, blah blah dot jpeg, and that will come up as the source. So tap that, and there you see image source blah blah jpeg. You could put anything you want, of course, because that's just basically a variable of sorts. And paragraphs are easy to do as well. Say for example you wanted to do some paragraphs and you wanted to do, I don't know, 20 of them. There you go, there's your paragraphs. And this can actually do anything. You can do it in responsive design. Even on the CS part of it, it does media queries as well. It's a fantastic tool. If we just put something like, you can actually have your classes and IDs as well together. So say this, there you have your ID and class. So that's it's probably one of the most impressive code thing I've seen for a long time. So for example, you wanted wrapper, and you want that in there, container, and we just put that on there. So there you have. So if we just put this here, and we just save this, and we go to the CSS. Now everything's really done for the HTML thing, so we just put the body, and I'm just going to do that. So in CSS, you could do something like background color. So you just say BGC there, and then you see background color could be, I don't know, F444, and save this, and then we just put that on a minute. Go and find this is always all in one folder, and that'll not work because I haven't even put the link into that. But what you do here, another amazing trick, is you put your link, and there you go, and that says un.css up there, and we just put this in here, un.css. I just put that cut, put this there in the head, paste, and there you go. See, that's the color of 444. If we wanted to do something a little bit better than that, what we do is we just put background fixed. We want BGF, so that's BGF is fixed, background attachment fixed. Okay, and we want it LG. These are CSS3, I think. Nope, wrong brackets them. So just put that, and we're going to put in, which means linear gradient, yellow and red. So that's this is going to put the WebKit, which is the prefix of CSS3. So that'll work in any browser. You've got all that there. So yellow and red, and we just like save that. Pop this back on, and there's your yellow and red. And there's a cheat sheet for this that I'll show. And there's all sorts of things you can do. BX, air shadow, box shadow, things like what can we say? M for margin. There's your margin. If you want a margin top, MT, the margin top, things like that. It's so easy to use this once you get to grips with it. And I know this is just I'm probably going too fast and explaining things, but if anybody's interested, I'll do more videos on this, and we'll, you know, just to show the power of Emmet. It really is a great tool. And this is I've just put u.js, and this is a JavaScript file. And I wasn't aware that Emmet was can use for JavaScript, but it's if you put function, fun, there you go. So they have function name, the argument, and then the curly brackets, and then you put your stuff in there. Things like for, this is a loop, and of course you need to know what you're doing with this for the JavaScript side. While, which is another loop. There you go. While true, the argument, and then you whatever you want to put in there. Do, and that do while, another loop, and you can really go on and on. So this plugin has so many things. You can one line of code, and you can do hundreds of lines of code in that. If you plan it out better, you can use it with responsive design. You can do anything with this, and I'll give you the cheat sheet at the bottom of the video, and all the websites, and it really is a great thing, and I hope and I can encourage you to learn this. So thanks for watching, and thanks for listening.